Hi, so the last thing we did was we were programming the checkout button here where we've got a message box that shows the total, and we've got this subroutine or function that does a calculation of the total, which we covered in our last video. The thing is, when you have money, when you're showing money, you should show it in 2 decimal places. So and we're going to add that dollar sign in front of it, and we're going to use the math library math.round. We want to round this to 2 decimal places. So we go round comma 2, and when we click checkout, are you sure you want to complete the order? We go yes. Yeah, okay, so there seems to be an issue with the conversion there. Right now math.round gives us a double by the looks of it, but we need a string, so we need to put a .2 string at the end there, open close bracket, so it doesn't do the data type mismatch crash thing. So the total is for $104, which should be right. 3 times 12.5, 6 times 3, 8 times 6, add those together, should be 104 there. Now request bill will do something very similar. The only difference with request bill is it should kind of list the items you have, calculate its total costs, and then maybe add GST or something like that. But we'll see what I do here. We'll look at it carefully though. Let's scroll down to the bill pseudocode over here. So you can see it does pretty much the same thing. It finds a total cost. So I copy and paste the pseudo, paste it into my bill button so that I can follow along. And this is given to the students. They get to kind of follow along there. So the first code I do is set total cost. So I go dim total cost equals 0, because total cost is not a variable that exists right now, so we got to dim it. I really should go dim as single. By the way, single is a floating point data type, or decimal, to store decimal numbers. But actually we don't need to set total cost. We can just calculate the total cost straight away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first five lines of code, we can pretty much use our function. So we don't need to write all of that. We just need to do the last part, which is call the total cost include GST function there. So for each item, so what am I writing here? For each item in order list, sorry, the last 4 lines of code I don't need to do again. No, I seem a bit lost there. I don't think. Right, yep, okay, I get it. So so I actually don't need to do a calculation, but I do want to show in the message box the items I've ordered, but we're probably not going to use the message box. I'm kind of deciding what I want to use here. Alright, so looks like I've decided to write this particular information into a file, and most likely a text file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go dim writer as io.streamWriter equals new io.streamWriter, and we're going to call this bill.txt. So we're going to save the items we ordered into our file writer. Now if you want to know how to use a stream writer or stream reader, it's in my introductory course to Visual Basics.net, file input output. So for each item in the order list, I'll go writer.writeLine, the item name plus comma plus item price plus comma. So that's pretty much how my bill is going to look. Just a simple text file, so nothing fancy. So for every order item in the order list, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add that to our bill, and then we're going to add a few more things to the bill by the looks of it, such as looking at the pseudocode, we'll be adding total costs excluding GST and total costs with GST, and then the total GST amount, and then the total. And this will be our subtitle. So we're actually going to be calculating a subtitle here, which honestly we don't need to do. We've already got a function that does that for us. But anyway. Alright, so after I add the items to the bill, looks like I add the total to the bill. And I close the writer. And what I'm doing here, process.start, open bracket, notepad. I'm actually opening the build up in notepad to show the user, which is a good idea because if the user could change it, right? Issue again with the subtotal by the looks of it. The subtotal is a number and you need a two-string it. So anything that's a number should two-string. So the price I'm going to two-string, the amount I should two-string, and the subtotal I should two-string as well. But I think the main one's the subtotal that's causing the issue. Yep. The amount also should two-string the amount as well. I seem to have an issue. Okay. There you go. Yep, that's what I was missing. So dot two-string to the item amount. Okay, run that, see if it works. There you go. And there you go. That's the items we sold. They're all the information, and we can make it look better. We can change the bill to make it look better. But that's pretty much the crux of it. All right, no worries. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.